I think you honestly might have to get a Battle Fury to be effective. I think people are scared to do it for obvious reasons because it seems so stupid. Like it's not a item build that Wraith King ever wants to get, but it's by far the best way to deal with illusions without it, especially because he has a crit.
Yeah.
Like it's going to integrate so well with that.
So what can they do here? Can they bump the Omni to like 4 and pick a Pango or something? Do they have room?
Is this instant
like
coffee?
It's like Pango or Lesh, right? Those are the two Naga counters.
Sorry.
Dude, it's space. What the fuck do you expect? Think we have a coffee pot here?
Yeah,
I would hope so. You can have coffee beans in space.
Yeah, but there's no gravity to drain the water through the beans. What do you think? Somebody has to like
centrifuge.
Dog, this
put it in
is
their mouth and spit it through the beans or something. I'm not going to do that. You
no,
get instant
dude,
coffee, bro.
you just like pull it or something.
Or you can put it in a bag and squeeze it.
Yeah. You're a smart guy. Come on. You can make coffee in space.
Center.
I've never made coffee. I don't make.
We're talking about coffee. Who cares about the
I don't like coffee. I don't want to talk about this.
What do you drink to stay
This is
awake?
regional qualifiers, guys. Come on. I drink tea.
My own
mostly.
piss. I don't know.
I don't think you
Clip
can say,
it.
Kevin, I don't think you can say that. All right, there's kids watching the stream. It's 9:46 Pacific time. Actually, can you do me for Twitch chat? You won't see this. I'll check it out in 5 minutes. But just write your age in the chat. Are you over 18?
I'm 12, by the
If
way.
you're
We're gonna see a
not-
lot of like 14 CA California
and also,
female.
They picked Lush.
can I get ones in the chat
That's
if
a good
you
pick.
would buy Kevin Purge Godex bathwater, and zeros if you wouldn't. But I
what
want
if
to see
somebody's
some ones.
dude, what if somebody's 1 year old in chat? You're gonna confuse them. You're integrating values here.
Yeah.
I like the
This-
less though.
the
It's
chat-
Why is it
smart,
always
they'll know.
numbers? Why is it always like if
What should it be? Letters?
I don't know, Y or N? How about that? No.
I kind of like that. I was really confused at first, but Y and N are a good example of. I thought you were gonna be like F and not. I don't know. G or
Vowels,
A
vowels
or
if
S.
you would, consonants if you
something.
wouldn't.
Put a vowel in chat. Yeah. Less is good against Naga clear
Ooh,
illusions.
what if they just
but-
started putting Y's? Because then that's technically a vowel and a consonant, and it could mean yes. So in reality,
I'm not an English learner. Get the fuck out of here. Instant coffee and English, bro. You're in the wrong stream.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
dog, I'm
You want
gonna
to talk
be.
about some Dota, Kevin?
Not really that much. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
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 You're
Okay.
always down to talk about Dota.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Winner
Hot
Ranger.
takes. Who's gonna win?
Ooh.
I really like the Serenity lineup. I like
Yeah.
all those heroes.
I'm
Those
all
are
in on
sick.
Serenity. I won a house off
Yeah.
last game.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna put my winnings on
Okay.
Serenity here.
Wait, no, you won somebody else a house.
Sure,
You weren't willing to put your own house down. You said you would put someone else's house.
that's true.
Keeping you honest here, Kyle.
I really don't appreciate that.
All right.
But okay, I take it back. I debated you guys because I'm pretty sure Newbee's gonna win.
Was that because you weren't looking at the newbie lineup the whole time?
Thank you. Huh?
Was it because you weren't looking?
Yeah, and it's SCCC OD.
Okay.
Of
so,
all the OD
so
players, this is
Betway's
the guy.
got Betway's got Newbee.
Yeah, told you.
Oh, we're paused. Okay, the button's not
I mean,
gonna work just yet.
OD's pretty
Give
good
it back.
Damn
against.
things broken.
OD's pretty good against Wraith King. I would say it's
No.
kind of good to have it against
Okay.
Wind Ranger. It's kind of good to have it against Shadow Shaman. It's a lot
Yeah.
of like stun initiators that you can always defend. Pure damage against OD or against Wraith King is almost always good. But I think he's gonna obviously have issues against Wind Ranger if Wind Ranger plays well. They don't really have any saves outside of like what Stampede and
Hey, for our
Teamfight AoE?
slower viewers, could you explain what save means, Kevin? It's a mechanic not many people understand.
So you know stuns, it's about farming creeps. So when you stun a creep, what you can do is cast a spell on them to keep them protected while they're stunned. That way when they pop out, they're like, oh, I'm not stunned anymore. And they're in some other dimension and flipped. Let's change subject again. The other day, I disrupted myself, and I got chronosphered, and I died to Iron Shell while I was disrupted. Yes, it happened.
How'd that happen?
I don't know. I died
Hmm.
to Iron
Were
Shell.
you
though.
disrupted? Maybe you were in the nether portal with like another person?
The enemy hero that was standing next to me, the Void, was Iron Shell. There's a bug there.
Oh, there's a bug.
I should have done the due diligence after it happened, but I just
Check the
pressed the
replay.
next. I just pressed find match. I was streaming,
Okay.
so there's proof. But
Huh.
Okay.
just
Somebody
just
check
a pro
the tape.
tip, guys. Some abuse you can do in the pro scene here. If they pick Shadow Demon,
If
which
you-
is happening.
If you pick, Void and I guess maybe some AoE.
if they pick
Is it
Shadow
only
Demon,
is it only Iron Shell?
probably. I don't know. If they pick Shadow Demon and you have a Dark Siren team, you can pick Void and abuse it. If the guy that you chrono gets
That's true.
disrupted.
That's the whole plan.
So-
We're gonna
so that's-
disrupt them and double Ion Shell. They won't be able to do anything
Exactly.
about
Disruption
it.
will be useless.
God, you're gonna win TI
for
one
like
day,
a
Kevin.
Lucent Beam or something, they're like, we gotta disrupt him.
Yeah.
He's stunned.
Also, for the folks at home that are saying, "Where's the game?" It's paused.
It's paused, yeah.
paused. So you get us. This is called Phil. This is why we get paid the big bucks.
Bro,
Who's Phil?
We've been filming for 10 minutes.
My
Yeah.
name's not Phil.
Huh?
Your name's Kyle. His name's Kevin.
My name's Fat Kyle. You're Kyle.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, I don't know.
Base Kyle.
Dirty Kevin.
Dirty Kevin and the boys.
I really
Kevin
wish
what?
you need to bring the mustache back, Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's here a little bit.
But like it needs to be.
Will it be in
real?
time for
The
TI?
mustache? I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't know. That's like what month is it? July.
August. Well, it is July.
Yeah.
TI's not
like
for like another month,
It's a
dude.
month away.
That's still pretty
I
sick.
could get some growth in, yeah, for sure. I'll work on it right now. How about that?
True. How do you feel about facial hair in general?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
My
I don't
facial
know.
hair, my
I'm
facial hair,
feeling, dude.
my
Shouldn't
facial hair
ask me.
sucks. It was a failed experiment.
Yeah.
I grew it out for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
It's not strong enough.
Could only get like a little bit of mustache and
Just a
some
little.
goatee
Really?
going.
It looks like you could have a
The
mustache.
mustache was okay. Everything else was terrible.
Oh.
So, and I'm not gonna have just a mustache.
Sounds like
Hang on one second.
it's kind of
Is
like
this-
Kyle's facial hair.
Is this instant coffee? Ew. I'm buying a goddamn coffee
I
pot.
would-
All right. You savages. They're
Dude,
like
I didn't know
$20.
I didn't know they had a Keurig machine. I'm gonna bring some thingies,
some pods.
some pods, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Welcome to the game, ladies and gentlemen. Serenity versus Newbee. Smoke up. They're escorting the Centaur to go and collect some stacks. Let's check it out. Serenity are trying for the counterplay.
Is this the new meta? Is just I mean I get that Centaur will get some stacks, but like now they're gonna
Yeah.
counter gank it for 4 fucking retaliate stacks. Is that where we're at?
The meta is developing before your very eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
Also, Kevin, I'm looking through the chat. They're finally caught up with us, and it turns out we have a lot of 12-year-olds in the chat. So you're going to need to chill a bit,
I don't
cool
believe
it
you.
on
But
the
everybody-
language.
But does
Don't
everybody
believe
want the bathwater?
Yes, a lot of people want the
Yeah.
bathwater. So, Kevin, you've really got a potential business opportunity here.
I guess so. Yeah.
I'll be honest. I thought about that, and
Oh yeah, me too.
why not just like we could pool together? You know, we have a lot of great minds.
All
in
of our
Dota.
body hair,
Yeah.
all of our discarded body hair.
No. What if we all just climb in a pool, and then we just bottle the pool water?
Oh, that's smart, dude.
I was thinking
It's
wanted
all of the Dota 2 talent in one bottle.
I wanted to meme and tweet about like I've got one bottle of Grant bathwater for sale, and just have this really dirty bottle of water. It's like got pollution in it. It's glowing
Okay.
green.
Two-
It's
two-
irradiated.
Okay.
2-2 bounties. It's an offlane Lesh. They
Ooh.
did
Oh, okay.
deprioritize the Omni Knight a little bit, so Omni is now the position 4. So they want the Lesh to be the Naga counter. Newbee are
like that.
choosing to dodge or choosing to go aggro with their lane, and we do have the Earth Spirit plus the Grimstroke plus the Naga down here, putting some pressure on poor old Wraith King.
Use your AOE, guys. Oh wait, you have literally none. Okay.
What's AOE? Could you explain? I don't know that acronym.
See, that's a spell that when you use it, it affects lots of things.
It affects an
instead
area.
of just
Actually-
It
one
has
thing.
an area of effect.
Did you know that it's not actually an acronym because you don't say it as one word? It's an abbreviation. An acronym has to be said as the one word, like
right.
radar, sonar, NASA, etc.
Mhm.
The
Oh, man.
more you know.
Somebody could have burned you so good there if they're quick. I don't have an idea, but there's got to be some like acronym I could use to like say you're. I don't know.
I'm
never
busy
mind.
observing.
I mean,
the
it's
game.
pretty easy. You
Basskip,
just like
you are trying.
it's
way-
like-
I'm just kidding.
Imprisonment into the. It's fine. You know what? I'll show the action, and the audio over the top can be whatever. It's fine.
I mean, you could have just said like, "Well, you suck, Kyle," and that would be, shut up, Kyle.
No, that's not. That's
fine.
not
Not
wise
hard?
enough.
No?
There had to be something good, some like
Yeah,
acronym or something. I shouldn't have brought it up.
yeah
Um,
probably not.
I kind of like. I personally really like doing like nuker threes. I think it's a really good way to pressure carries. If you have a good lane, you can completely zone them, especially if they're ranged like Leshrac. So it kind of, I feel like it gives them a second mid in some ways.
Yeah,
It's
and
like-
Lush can take the tower as well, right? That's the other.
Yeah, that's a really
nice
good
thing.
point. If they leave, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Earth Spirit's making a little cross map journey. Not really picking up a whole lot of experience on the way. He went and harassed mid. Now he's coming up top. After he crossed the mid lane, they knew exactly where he was going. They've got 2 observer wards for the Radiant, so they know what he's up to. They're not going to let him connect this pull more than likely, but
Have you guys tried to connect the pole on the Radiant side lately?
it's really
That
difficult.
shit's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got to be like the last creep on
Yeah.
like half HP.
It's like a tiny window now.
Meanwhile, this is the awesome one.
Yeah.
I love this pull.
Speaking of creeps,
Oh,
did
I've
you
never
ever
tried that.
watch the movie Creep? Because it's really creepy.
I haven't seen it.
You're trying so hard to get away from this game. What the fuck was that?
Dude, it's the laning phase and it's dual lane. It's like what's gonna really happen?
I mean, I just got here. I haven't watched that many regionals yet, so I'm actually like,
How does this
I'm ready to fuck around, but I'm not like that.
how does this mid lane matchup work? Wind Ranger versus OD. What's the edge
They
here?
probably just farm, right? Because
They
like,
both
Wind Ranger
spam, right?
outranges. Yeah.
Power
Speaking
shot
of
versus,
Have you ever been to a
Crop
farm?
circles.
What's your favorite farm animal? Just trying
Cows,
To,
obviously.
you know what you're trying to grand
Nah.
right now, dude.
Nah, cows are low tier, dude.
That's not true. Dairy products are a
think so.
wonderful thing.
Oh,
I will
wait,
worship
wait,
them
it's,
for that alone.
I don't want to.
Nothing.
I don't want to engage on this topic.
That's what I feel whenever somebody
know.
asks me like, "Oh, would you rather?"
Pigs versus cat. I guess you do have the dairy edge.
Dude,
on,
speaking
on
of topics,
cows.
you remember going to Hot Topic when you were a kid?
Nope.
Like 15? Yeah, I don't either.
How much
I
of
didn't
that?
go
How much
there.
of
I
your
looked
wardrobe
inside
is
of
still
it,
hot
but-
topic?
None.
None.
I thrift store exclusively.
Damn.
Ooh, nice
Do you have-
pull though. This is
Do you have
very
a wallet
nice.
chain?
No,
What if somebody tries to steal your wallet? What are you gonna do?
just probably get
Make
Paul
more
Kemp.
money.
just make some more money. Raji's in trouble. This might be our first blood here. Fenrir with the nuke. Gia coming in with the auto attacks. They want this. Fenrir's got it. Aventador, not a whole lot that he can do, unfortunately. They
Can we
lose
just
the
call him Shadow? What's with chain? Keep
I hate
your
it.
name
I
the
hate it.
same.
Yeah,
You
Swindle
won
Melons.
TI. What,
Keep your name
I-
the same.
I went back to my roots, okay? I
Swindle?
didn't change my name. I just returned
All
to
right.
my original identity.
Okay, yeah, I'm down. Hey, Swindle.
No,
What do
I'm
you think?
Kyle, God damn.
No. Stay to your roots, right?
Damn, dude, you called them out so hard. You're so right. Even though Kyle's easier to say and it's easy to remember, but
I honestly
It's
think
just a better name. My parents knew what they were doing, okay? I shouldn't have gone against them.
that's true.
It's better than what my names were previously. Jesus, when I was 13, my first WoW character was
What
a
could be
night
worse
elf
than
rogue.
Swindle Melons?
A night elf rogue called Shadow Moon X.
Okay, you got me.
all right.
That's extreme.
Action on the Wraith
I
game.
really didn't.
Aventador going down. I mean Shadow.
There's no way that you could have but you hit it.
You know what's funny
Alright.
is I really should have kept my best tag was when I switched servers, I changed my name to Replaceable, and that would have
That's pretty good.
fit my brand perfectly.
All right.
You
2-2 bounty split. Newbee leading 2 kills so far. So the thing that we like about the Serenity lineup is just the heroes, just the hero matchups. The AoE against the Naga. Wraith King, good hero.
They have some AoE against the Naga, but not that much. I don't know. Like they literally have to like chain stun Naga to kill him, and they've got an OD on their team as well. So I kind of feel like Newbee's gonna be able to take team fights kind of straightforward.
I just think the saving mechanics are too strong. You have no reset on Serenity outside of the Omni Knight Dispel, and SCCC and the Naga have resets.
I thought you were favoring Serenity though.
No, I debated you guys and said that I think
I kinda
Newbee's
do.
going to win.
I like them. but
Okay.
I really like those heroes a lot.
It just,
I don't know.
it's going to come down to kills don't matter. Lanes don't seem like they matter that much anymore. It's about the mid-game team fights and whether or not one side is on a clock. In this game, I think Newbee not only have the huge late-game advantage,
For sure.
but if you're going to take a fight around an objective or the pit, how do you win with Song available? You know, you're going to need triple BKBs, and I just don't think they're going to get those up in time.
All right, they're going on the good stroke. Just managed to get the Inkswell out,
Status resistant.
but they're just slowing him down with this 1 point in the degen aura. Forces the Stampede.
I'm a little surprised that they stampede just for support, personally.
Yeah,
but,
same.
Yeah, that's a bit
I would have
strange.
waited a bit longer, you know, see if he actually makes it out.
I mean, he looked dead to me. They were definitely going to kill him with Degen Aura.
He didn't look dead to me. I think he's
He had level
Either
1
shock
Degen.
maybe coming back up.
And they're both
Ooh,
fast.
they're staying on top of the Naga Siren over in the trees here.
Ganker
Oh,
before she's
gets
6.
fogged. The fog award too strong. Fenrir looking to turn this one around. He's actually going to be the one who pays the price. It looks like. I don't.
Well.
Did he even need to put his body on the line like that?
I mean, I do it regularly, and it works for me.
Tank the gank.
I die a lot.
Save your carry.
I just tell myself I'm doing the right thing. I don't know. That was, I mean, saving the Naga was fine. I don't think Naga was necessarily going to die. I agree with that.
But
They would have had to get a shackle and then follow it up. But and Wraith King, like, part of the problem, I mean, he does 100 damage with his first skill point, but you have to get a lot of skellies because it accelerates you. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Wraith King is, like, good if you fight a lot and use skeletons, but he's not the biggest threat. So I think Naga would have lived.
yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. We haven't seen Newbee, by the way, play a legitimate match since the minor qualifiers for Epicenter. They actually were in the lower bracket final against Vici and lost
they
there.
had to play opens, right? That was the other thing.
Yeah, and they bombed the minors, but they were mega tilted at the time, and still a very new stack. But they're definitely my dark horse to just take this qualifier.
Mm.
Deep ward here behind the
If
tower.
you stop touching that keyboard like that, Kyle, I could hear that.
What?
You were like tapping a key.
You
yeah,
can hear this?
Yeah, you were pressing. Yeah, I can hear
You
that.
think the whole stream can hear it?
Yeah, probably.
That's probably really annoying.
Well, I'm not sure. Maybe it's in person. I'm hearing it, not through the
Not
headset.
through the mic. That's probably true.
you should
If I got
definitely stop.
They're waiting for ZYD
Now-
over here. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, definitely knock that off.
Okay, I won't do that anymore,
I'm
Kevin.
gonna put instant coffee in your cup again if you do that shit.
Dude, I am so done. I asked if there was a coffee pot here, and they said yes, and they lied to me. Apparently, in 2019, that means that a little pod that fits
It's
into a
way easier.
doohickey.
Yeah, but
I don't care. It's
space.
not real
It's the
coffee.
future.
This is what
Kyle.
happened if you worked here. You'd be
Welcome
like,
to
we
the
need a
future.
pot of coffee.
Invis Shadow Shaman. Here he goes. On to SCCC. Big damage from the
He's in trouble.
power
Got
shot.
it very far in a wand, though.
Yep, he's got the wand charges. Roll in. Now they're looking for the kickback onto Raji. Banish him. Salve up. Wait for everything. SCCC
Dodges.
with the sidestep on the power shot. And they're going to spoon feed him the kill. Nice rotation from the Earth Spirit. Newbee keeping their lead.
So you would basically be like, let's get a coffee pot. You make a pot of coffee and you'd be the only person that drinks it. Everyone else would be like, you know what? I feel like having a vanilla X from X plate. It's just easier. It's just easier.
Yeah, but you know what else is easy, Kevin?
What?
Slacking. Being lazy. And I don't like to take the easy road, Kevin. I'm not a quitter, all right?
It's not about easy. It's about people having their preferences. That's all. That's it.
Okay. Basskip, you're going to have to decide this and settle it.
Huh? What?
What makes more
I'm
sense?
not-
having a
He's-
coffee pot or an
I'm-
individually used?
I'm not a coffee drinker. The little pod machines are really bad for the environment though, right? Because the
that's a really-
pods
They are.
That's
true.
Yeah, if we actually want to go to space, we probably need to stop using those. So.
No, if we want to go to space, who cares about the environment?
We just eject them out the airlocks. I don't know
That's true.
what's the big deal, dude. They can float through space for
I was
forever.
reading. There's actually an issue with space debris because there's so many people throwing up satellites nowadays without
Chain stun on the
long-term
Naga.
plans.
Rotation
This is a
from
huge
the
kill if they get
Leshrac.
it.
This
Yeah,
is a
it
big
is.
kill.
Oh.
TP in from SCCC trying
He's got
for the
ulti as
save.
well.
He does have the Sandy's Eclipse. Throws it out. Now
He's
they
got mana.
will bring down the Wraith King. Doesn't
Oh,
manage
can
to
he get
use
the
his
kill?
ultimate. The mana burn was too
Oh.
much. Roll in from the Earth Spirit who cleans up everything and now tries for the tower deny, but the Skeletons are too powerful.
That was sick, dude. That was
It was.
so worth it.
So 2 cores for 2 cores.
The
Yep.
best cores, literally the carry potential for a newbie.
Yep.
Both killed in the same lane. That was so
Yeah.
good.
Who
Yeah.
actually got the last hits on those? So
He got both. Right there.
yeah,
Right
he
there.
got both on
Yeah,
the Lesh.
the Lesh
Ooh,
is-
he's farmed.
It's the same as the previous game where the DP falling off really hurt eHome. Where Lesh, though, since you're so far ahead, like he's all their tempo right now. Wherever Lesh goes, Serenity are strong, and
Yeah.
that's about as good as you can hope
Yeah,
for.
I mean, he was their last pick, right? So it's supposed to be a good hero this game. Do you worry at all about Leshrac like hitting a little bit of a wall here? Is there? It feels like sometimes his survivability
Oh, for
kind of
sure.
caps out.
And that's a concern when you consider you're playing against Earth Spirit, Grimstroke, Centaur. There's so much lockdown that it's very easy for them to jump on top of him. But you do have an Omni Knight.
His
I love
BKB
Lesh.
timing is good,
Yeah.
right?
It's less about the BKB. I think as Lesh, you don't want to be forced into it early. You want to be able to rely upon your Omni. And you need that hero that gives you that increased survivability.
All right, there you go, Kevin. The
Not
spell,
dispelled?
the
Okay.
spellable cannot be dispelled.
Cannot be dispelled. Told you.
Now we know.
I had some hope when I read that. I was like, maybe there is a way to beat it.
There is no
Nope.
counter.
I feel kind of sad for Omni and Magnus at the moment. It feels like if Empower is good, then Magnus will just get picked and he'll put 4 points in Empower. And it's kind of the same way with like Heavenly Grace. If Heavenly Grace is good, people will just pick Omni Knight and just to play with this.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, there's a lot of heroes like that, actually.
I mean, there
It's depressing
there's
sometimes.
been
but-
other heroes in the past that we had the
Hang on,
support
hang on.
Terrorblade.
We
right?
got a fight coming up for the mid tower here. Let's be ready.
Is it a fight?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, there's a
prepare
lot of
yourself.
time. You just interrupted
Alright.
him. That was really rude.
Oh, sorry.
Is it just Edict killing this tower?
What was that, Kyle?
Yellow. Goodbye.
Well, that's it. Oh, he's going Bloodstone. Ooh. Bloodstone Lesh.
I like it.
All right.
Just get the raw HP, get Grace,
Tanky.
go forwards.
The mana, he also needs tons of mana regen against
It's
Diffusal.
nice against some of the mana
Yeah.
burn, yeah.
And OD. Like, if OD ultis him in a fight and burns, like, all of his mana,
Yeah.
he's
That's true.
useless. So it's actually really nice to have super mana regen.
But it does mean he's going to take some damage from it as well, right? He's not going all int. It's just
true.
it's just mana.
Ooh,
I don't think
Blink.
that's a huge deal though, personally.
Blink on Centaur. It's quite early.
Yeah, it's not gonna
12
kill him, right?
minutes.
He's got 3.5 int growth, so
He's a strong pony, man.
he'll be okay.
Disco pony.
Okay, so they got the blink dagger coming out. Maybe make some kind of a smoke play. At this point, Naga's just gonna be hitting creeps. Does have the defusal queued up first, so that would seem to suggest that Gia wants to join a fight a little bit earlier. I think the
Rather
Yasha
than
first
Manta?
farms a little bit faster. Or yeah, Yasha or Manta. Oh, Stampede getting popped. What have they found? It's jumping over onto the mid lane. They do just find the Wind Ranger. Burst her down. Serenity were waiting up on the high ground, hoping that someone would come up the ramp, but they don't find anyone, and they just lose their mid.
Take those. Take those.
Oh, well, Skeleton
don't-
Army
wait.
is pushing top.
Isn't the Wind Ranger the offlaner Basskip?
He was farming mid. He was playing mid this whole game. I mean, he is the position 3, I guess, but...
How do you mean he was playing mid? Lesh was mid.
No, he wasn't.
Were you watching this game?
I'm just testing you, dude. I'm trying to gaslight you real quick. It didn't work.
Alright, alright.
Real quick. That takes time, dude. Can't just
That's
gaslight
true.
somebody with one sentence.
Yeah. What's your definition of gaslighting, Kevin?
It's like a constant, persistent, making somebody stop believing their own viewpoints and perception of events. That way they get very confused and stop having faith in themselves.
It's a very good definition.
You know, it's like playing on a Dota team when
Yeah.
you're losing a lot.
They want the
How-
Centaur. He's pretty tanky.
Oh, he's done for.
Fuel setup. Got a lot of lockdown. This does not look like there's any way out for poor old Awen.
Yeah.
Down he goes.
And this is the big benefit of the Serenity draft. They can just play faster. They have more easy kill setups because you don't really want to be going active as an OD with Midas, right? But
Yeah.
as Leshrac, you have so many stuns behind you. If you just land a Yules into stun combo, somebody's dead if there's no Naga nearby.
Yeah, and even though Naga's farming pretty well, it still is going to take her like 1 or 2 items. So as long as the other players are consistently moving and taking towers, stuff is happening, and Naga's going to feel the pain basically, not have as safe of places to farm.
What do you guys think about this Midas queued up for the Wind Ranger? She's in the middle of the pack.
Ooh, I
but
don't know about that one.
It would suggest that Serenity think that they can take this late. Right?
I hate that. I feel like it's a terrible item on Wind Ranger because you don't utilize the attack speed.
False?
What?
False. Focus Fire doesn't max your attack speed anymore. I'm pretty sure. They upped her.
It gives you 450 though.
It doesn't max it anymore.
The ceiling is really high, right?
They upped it. I'm pretty sure.
But the
that-
marginal value on it. OD gonna get saved here. Nice soul bind onto 2. Leshrac taking some damage. Wraith King also getting auto attack down.
no
He doesn't
mana.
have the reincarnation. They shouldn't have been playing around here. Now the Wind Restoration getting completely wasted. The Hoof Stomp
man.
is coming off cooldown. They've got the Rolling Boulder. They got the net. They got everything that they need to find this kill. That is all 3 cores dying for nothing.
And that's the problem with the Serenity lineup. You want to play fast, you want to find these kills, but if it just so happens that Newbee are there, they're able to respond so easily with the Blink Centaur, the double. I mean, you have 1500 HP on the Earth Spirit as well. He has no fear of getting down and dirty into these engagements. Naga pops the song for the extra exit kill as well. He'll have a Manta finished in just 400 gold.
He's going to farm real fast. And Wraith King, I mean,
What was there? Was the Wind Ranger? It wasn't last pick, right?
No. Wind Ranger they picked 4th.
Has anyone run this offlane Wind Ranger? Because I'm not sure how I feel about it right now.
I would say she's too level dependent to make that really successful. Like, it really helps her to go mid, because
Yeah.
Power Shot is basically her farming tool, right?
It feels like there's a significant lack of beef on the Serenity lineup.
Definitely.
They're kind of all in on this Wraith King as being their
But
front
his
line.
ulti isn't guaranteed
exactly,
this game.
because
so.
the OD.
At least for a while, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's only level 11 for now, so
got
it's gonna be a bit.
It's got a cool sword, though. Did you see that twirl?
The ice thing, yeah. Is it cooler than the Immortal though?
Was that not awesome? Yeah, Skellies are real boring, but that was a really...
I like the skeletons more than the little wraiths, to be honest.
oh, really?
Yeah.
I can see that, yeah.
Alright. But what do the skeletons look like in China?
I don't know. Soul Soldiers.
Yeah, it must be. I guess we'll be seeing it this year, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Unless Wraith King doesn't get picked.
True.
All right.
Well, they're still
Earth
pushing.
Spirit's behind him. All right, manages to get the roll away right as he comes into vision. Can they actually catch him with any kind of disable?
Ooh.
No. Raji's a little bit too slow.
Must have been on
I-
cooldown for power.
I don't think these items from Serenity are the right moves. Looking around at like the way the whole team is itemizing, like Midas on Wind Ranger, Bloodstone Lesh,
Everyone's
Midas
going
Radiance.
greedy, right?
Yeah, it's so greedy, and no one you need BKBs for survivability. It's very similar to the previous game, where the BKBs were necessary for both teams. How are you going to ever fight into Newbee around an objective if you don't have them? And how are you going to outscale an SCCC with Midas first and a
Yeah.
Naga?
I agree, but there's only 2 towers left outside the base, right? So I feel like they've already made pretty good ground in terms of objectives. They've only lost their safe lane tier 1, right?
But they're not using it. They're not getting map control from it. I agree with you, but these towers are only effective as a tool to establish map dominance if you're playing enemy jungle. And they're all on their own side of the river right
well,
now.
they were on the enemy side of the jungle, then they all died.
Well, yeah, but that's the
Is
problem,
there any way
right?
for them to end before Wraith King 20, though? Like, is that even remotely a possibility? Do they not have to play for that?
Like, I don't think they're going to be able to end the game early, so they're saying, like, okay, we're going to try to go
We're
late.
going to farm for the next 20 minutes, I guess.
That's my impression.
I think the Wind Ranger Midas is probably the most questionable, but
would agree.
ZYD is having a pretty average game.
This is below average for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
this
like,
is a Kevin level game.
I'm a good Wind Ranger, thank you. But
Support
Yeah,
Wind
that's
Ranger?
why I said it's Kevin level.
no,
It's not
I don't
that
play
bad.
support that often, but I mean, I would have died 15 times. If this
What do you play in pubs? Yeah.
I like picking a different hero every game, if that makes
Okay,
sense.
My
but what
man.
role?
Support 4 and 5.
4 and 5? Okay.
I like 5 type heroes more, typically, but
So you've been spamming Shadow Demon recently?
I did actually play him today and the last couple of days, yeah. It's been working pretty well.
Yeah, he's cool. Cool hero.
Dude, if we have time at the end, do you want a 1v1, Kevin?
No.
Oh.
Why would I do that? I'm not one is easily like people are actually like good at mid nowadays. Like 5 years ago when I'd play mid it'd be okay, it'd be passable. When everyone
Yeah.
tries so fucking hard and is like so min max that like people are like mid specialists, I get like dumpstered by mid specialists now pretty
Yeah.
consistently. So mid's my worst role. That doesn't sound fun at all. I'd rather just eat food and check Reddit or something.
But is Kyle a mid player?
He was.
It's the only year I ever made TI. I was playing mid.
True.
What about as a caster?
Still working on it.
Okay.
We'll see. What do you do? Like, honestly, I don't really know what to say about this game, to be completely honest, because nothing's gonna happen.
Everyone's just farming for a bit.
Yeah,
right?
like, well, now, okay, I lied. There's a BKB on SCCC, so now he's actually just unstoppable, and because there's no BKBs on Serenity, they're just gonna run. This is gonna be like a fox in the hen house, folks.
I was going to complain about him not having mobility to be able to use his BKB really well, but they've got Centaur ulti, so
Yep.
yeah.
You got a pipe up too,
Yep.
and Naga's still just bottom.
Naga's pushing bottom. They know exactly that they're on this side of the map somewhere going for the bouncy runes. They're going to get the jump in over onto the Omni Knight. That is going to be total freebie. And looking for a little bit more. They do get
bottom
the
lane.
TP out. Heading towards bottom.
Oh, he's
but-
no mana.
Oh,
He needs mana. He
no.
got a TP.
Just enough. That was tense.
Where did he lose his mana from?
I think he was just farming really aggressively.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, he got a lot of damage on this tier 2.
He does lose the bounty runes bottom, which is annoying. It looks like there were TPs active on every hero of Newbee. They just didn't utilize them to go grab them.
No.
It's unfortunate. Bloodstone is up on PYW, but he's going for this Sumail style. Very greedy. Yule's Bloodstone into bots now, but again, you will not be able to fight. I don't care what these items are doing until he has a BKB.
Is he going move speed talent or strength talent this game?
I'd say movement speed because he's got Bloodstone. His health is like decent-ish.
Yeah, I'd agree. They're gonna smoke up, but I don't know, folks.
He's got to run with a Naga. That's hard, man.
They're going in.
Yeah, that's true. Zero deep, getting jump.
Yeah, wouldn't
Silence,
run off.
Stun, but
Oh,
they
the-
do get the Heavenly Grace to keep him alive. Now they're looking for the turnaround. You got to be careful
trying
with
to die.
focus firing the Centaur. Retaliate is
Yeah.
not what you want to be hitting.
Especially without phase boots. I mean, he doesn't have any armor right now. Oh, they're going to keep going.
Yeah. All right.
This is dangerous.
A little bit of lockdown into Awen. Can he make it over to the shrine? They've also got the save from SCCC's coming in now.
Got a BKB.
Locks him down. Aventador needs to be careful. Does have a Mango to try and sustain his mana along with the stick charges. They lose the Centaur.
Yeah.
Fenrir now in some danger.
This is a good recognition by Serenity. They know the Naga's bottom with no TP, so they can get aggressive and look to push. Actually, Naga had TP up right as that fight was kind of getting to its midpoint, but not able to make a play there. And Serenity, they're thinking about Roche, but the problem is you just can't fight in the pit. Omni Knight? Hello?
He did a really good job in that fight. He instantly dispelled the Centaur stun. Really helped
Roll in.
facilitate.
Oh, you get
Oh,
the
did he get the
lockdown
BKB
though.
off?
Oh, is he going to live?
He's in danger. Chain
SCCC.
stun. SCCC. Poor
That's a huge
reactions.
miscue.
That was all because of the Midas on Wind Ranger that happened right there.
No, it's not. That had nothing to do with it. Do not lie to our viewers, Purge. They're very impressionable.
They didn't like not have his screen in a position to see the windrunner because he just didn't press the button.
That was the easy. I mean, how many times have we
That's
seen?
a gimme.
Yeah, that's one of the easier BKB dodges. I mean, I think you could do that, basically.
I'm pretty sure I could.
Maybe he thought.
How bad do you think I am?
Maybe pretty bad.
Maybe he thought he was too far.
I'm
away
not
from the
great.
trees.
I'm Immortal 2500.
Well, it's not bad, actually.
In what region? See?
SEA.
In Australia.
Well, we're on the SEA leaderboard.
There's 2,600 players, and he's one of the best 2,500.
Dude, there's so many players in the
Yeah, everyone in Australia is Immortal. That'd be great.
This is probably like the highest average MMR cast.
Yeah,
of
probably
today.
is, actually. I mean, compared to our other regions. Not pointing fingers.
I don't even know who's been working. That was a really ignorant thing for me to say.
Blame it.
I'm just trying to start fights.
What
Ready to fight people.
what happened?
Let the Twitter beef begin.
What I've seen Kevin at a few events. He's always very professional, you know, backstage.
The hub is
Wearing a
too
suit.
the hub is too relaxed.
He showed up. I've heard
Also,
more.
you've infected him. I think is the problem. You're a bad
Don't
influence.
give
on
Kyle
Kevin.
credit from me,
Yeah.
please.
If anything, Kevin's the bad influence.
Oh yeah.
But I just
Okay.
want to know. I've heard like he's swearing, he's flaming. Like where's this guy?
I don't know, man. It's a qualifier.
So, but it's the TI qualifier. It's gonna be a $40 million
important.
tournament.
It's also a 3-man cast. I really like 3-man
group
casts
stage.
because you can just. It's more like a hang
little
out
more
with
relaxed.
friends and talk
Yeah.
about Dota, you know?
Uh-huh.
You know what I
I'd say
mean?
it's more like hanging out. The with friends part is a little iffy.
Sure. Yeah, I could do it with people that aren't my friends, but
Okay.
just talk Dota, man.
Newbee Smoke looking for something. They find the Wraith King. That is trouble for him. Does he actually manage to get the ulti?
He's got Blink.
Yeah,
He'll
on
get
the
out.
Rost already
All right.
as well.
They're catching a little bit more. They do want to fight around the Wraith
Okay.
King. He's trying to get to the shrine.
Oh,
Are they going to let him?
no. God, they're all
BYW
gonna
waiting
die.
in. He's doing
Oh
decent
my
damage.
God.
Sanity's eclipse. Gets dropped. The Bloodstone heal helping to keep him alive. Once again, they get the reset out of the Naga Siren. GOG gonna
Oh,
TP away. He gets
woo.
power shot sniped.
That's 'cause of Midas.
Tell Robin Hood.
TYD.
The hand of Midas.
All
Power
right.
shot.
Legolas,
They
Paris of Troy.
They need the retreat. SCCC trying to TP out in the tree line. He is going to escape. BYW looking for both stuns. Only going to lock down the Earth Spirit. Not going to get shackled, but ZYD with the very, very fancy auto attack effect is going to bring him down. And that is actually a pretty nice fight for Serenity. All of it is off the power shot snipe, though. That's
Yeah, that was really good. It's good that he was low enough that the power shot actually gets a kill, too. He got the power shot talent as well. I don't know if he had that at the start of the fight, but that's a lot of damage. It's like,
Yeah.
what, 540 damage or something? Like 575? Okay. Pretty good. So the Midas actually does help him farm neutrals and
Yeah.
push creep waves way faster, honestly. Because
Hey.
like if you Maelstrom doesn't give attack speed anymore, so if you go like phase Maelstrom by itself, you attack so slowly. So just like his regular auto attacks between power shots is actually going to be accelerated, not to mention the gold gain. So
Yep.
in some ways I kind of like it because realistically on Wind Ranger, by the your next item is going to be BKB, and then you're going to buy like a Blink Dagger, and then maybe later you'll buy your next damage item. That's a lot of time where you're still pretty damn effective if you just get a shackle shot, and you can always power shot. So in some ways, like it is a weird item, but in terms of like farm level and net worth, it's going to be really good. And when he hits 25, then he's going to be baller tier.
Yep, it's a good point. And in addition, if this game goes late, the Midas is always good, right? If
Yep.
it pays for itself in what, like 22 minutes or so? If it goes 40 plus.
How afraid are you of the triple BKB timing from Serenity if you're Newbee? Because
You're pretty
it's
scared.
coming. It's
Yeah.
on the way. Leshrac BKB, Wind Ranger BKB, and Wraith King also going BKB.
It's that one fight where they, hang on.
Catcher mid. Does manage to get the pipe off. Still pretty tanky. Not quite enough damage. SCCC always there, ready with the save. But they do bring all of the cores mid. Newbee... GOG probably just wanted to farm over here anyway, I suppose.
They've got the blink on S-Triple-C. The thing is, you can see the Hex queued up by S-Triple.
He just fought a Kaya too.
Yeah, this is that's the time where this shifts, because to your point about the BKBs, it's all about initiating before they can be utilized, and that's the Hex. You want to find the Omni Knight if you can, and no BKB piercing disable for either team. So it's just going to come down to initiation, as most games in this meta seem to.
But if Omni's in a good position, though, he can absolutely solve all those issues. Like
Sure, well, that's why you got to go for him. He can't save himself. Yeah.
you can if you use it on you ahead of time. Kind of. Status resistance, man.
Illusions being cleared. Very safe siege here from Serenity, not really risking anything. They've still got this Aegis up for another 25 seconds. And we will have a quick pause from ZYD.
Kyle, you want me to get you an instant coffee while we're waiting?
I wouldn't mind it.
I'm not going to do that.
You don't,
Oh, well,
you don't need a monster energy?
no.
Okay.
Executor for
I was
Wind
just
Ranger.
offering.
How do you guys think about feel about Ags right now on a Wind Ranger? I see it a lot. Decent amount.
Yeah, I don't like it as I think you get an MKB first in this game. Because while Ags is nice, I think it's more important that you just use your ult. Like, that damage is most important versus getting the second ult off, and especially in a game like this, I'd like to see him just go for SCCC, because he's the answer to the BKB. You just pop ult on him, and there's nothing SCCC can do. He's going to be forced to man down, Astral himself, try and blink away.
I mean, Wind Run's really good against both OD and Naga, though. Like, neither of those heroes is going to buy an MKB, basically.
Yeah.
Right? So, and once he hits 20, when he's at 17 right now, once he hits 20, then it's going to essentially be his Blink Dagger, too, you could argue. I think it's decent. Raw HP is good on the hero, too.
I think it seems alright. So mostly Newbee are just playing for like Naga to completely take over the game, right?
Pretty much.
They're going to have to fight into the BKBs a little bit to wear them down so that SCCC can be stronger later, right?
It's just that Serenity eventually run into damage problems later in the
Yeah.
game because you have so much. You're just gonna spam Astrals. It's gonna be songs. There's a 4-staff already up. What about this Blade Mail on YC? What about? I don't know about this.
It's probably against Leshrac.
You can just run at the Lesh, I
It's,
suppose.
Kind of good against
He
him.
can't really get... It deters the focus fire a little bit, but I don't think he's ever going to be the one targeted.
Yeah, fun fact, YC actually got his first start because he was a big, he would always play with YYF on stream, and the meme in China is, like, why would you do that, YC? And then everybody
okay.
spams him.
Well, we'll see if he has any of those moments this game.
Well, he bought a Blade Mail. That's why.
Yeah? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
What would you prefer to see? The Vessel or... Okay.
Anything else?
Smoke up from Serenity. Here we go. Triple BKB. Radiance off for full stealth mode. Can they find anything? The Leshrac does have BOTs to get here, so if they take a fight near the wave, they do also have a glyph. They can glyph the wave, TP in. But looks like they are not going to be going bottom. Instead, they're actually swinging over towards the Dire jungle, as Newbee also making a 5-man movement of their own. They do now have the Heart up on the Naga Siren, level 18. But it looks like it won't end up being any action
Sorry,
here.
quick clarification. My meme expert just got back to me. It was actually, have you learned that, YC, not why would you do that.
Oh.
He would just kind of, instruct him and make sure that he was aware of things. And now he's on Newbee, so hey, it worked.
Taking lessons from the old guard. Oh, they got to jump. Who have they found? Wind Ranger does actually manage to get off the window, and they're focus firing onto the Naga Siren, but she does get out. Nice song, but the BKBs are here. Do they have
No
any more
stuns?
lockdown?
Oh, they
the
have a
stun
stun.
from the Wraith King coming off. Cooldown in time. Naga Siren in some trouble. Does have another mirror image, but gets shackled. And Serenity in the right place at the right time with the right items.
Watching her die gave me pleasure. That was enjoyable.
Just seeing the Naga Siren bite the dust.
She song their double Grimstroke ulti, and they just didn't care. They're like, it's fine. We got 2 stuns. It was good.
Very
Good kill.
nice.
A lot of charges on this Bloodstone now for the Lesh.
It's a
as
nice.
well.
I mean, I think he's farming really nicely as well because.
Oh, yeah, this is the dream. You have 500 move speed.
He's just on map, non-stop. All right, they roll in on top of the Wraith King. Are going to try and go on him. He doesn't have the BKB this time around, so maybe they can burn down his mana. Trouble for the Earth Spirit. He's in the front lines. Doesn't get the Blade Mail off.
What are they doing
Didn't
here?
even press the button. Trying to hold the high ground. Wraith King's strong and in the front line. Shackle lands onto
What?
both. Force Staff away, helping out one, but not going to help out
no.
SCCC. They just changed targets. He does have a buyback, but Serenity are inside of the base. Nice 2-man stomp from Awin. Newbee.
And Newbee just getting owned here.
Are they just
what was that?
They're just going to give away one lane, it looks like.
There's no blink on the Wind Ranger. They
All
just
right, okay,
lined up.
they're going in. Roll in doesn't actually connect. And now trouble for YC. He's in big... Omni Knight getting caught, but the shackle lands onto 2. SCCC not actually doing any damage. These BKBs are back off cooldown. And Serenity take their prize. They got the tier 3 tower. They can go and take the shrines. And Newbee just handing it to them.
That's the second death of SCCC. That was solely his mistake. And it's a shackle shot once again.
That was a really long shackle shot, though.
I mean,
Wasn't that, like, really long?
Yeah.
And they had 1 force staff, but they forced the other guy. Then they fall off stunned on OD. And it was good.
That's a pretty huge win for Serenity. And also, one of the things about the heart purchase on the Naga, you slow down your item progression significantly. You know, you see a lot of Scotties, butterflies, but when you get this heart and you're not able to fight, like, you don't clear waves nearly as quickly with these illusions.
But he kind of needs it against like a big AoE dealer like Leshrac, though. If Leshrac wasn't there, the heart, maybe you can skimp on it, but you need so much raw HP when your illusions are taking bonus from
That's
Lesh.
true. And you got a power spike on this Lesh as well. That level 20 plus 50 Pulse Nova,
That's
now
true.
doing 230 DPS. You can see if Serenity get those initial stuns off, especially onto the OD, like they will kill everything.
Mm-hmm.
ZOID's almost got his Ags up. SCCC chilling out up here on top. They do manage to find the jump in onto the Leshrac, but he gets the Yules off. He didn't quite manage to press the Bloodstone and didn't use the BKB either. Could have potentially survived. Just thought that his team was there and that he might be able
vulnerable?
to get out.
The heck?
He's dead finally.
Dude, that Crimson against Focus Fire. It's a lot better now, I guess, huh? Because you can't reduce it until you're 25.
Okay, well, Naga rats bottom a little bit, but that was... I guess that's true. What, that trade favors Newbee, buys him a little bit more time. Kill off the Lesh. Both teams scouting for Roche at the moment, and it is going to be up. Oh, this Wraith King illusion versus the Roshan respawn timer. I think they'll just see it. It's all close to a max spawn anyway, so both teams should know.
Might have like lingering vision that covers it anyways if they're watching. All right, Ags is up. Yep, he's queuing up MKB next.
Yeah. Is the Ags really value here?
It's so much mobility.
you're-
Purely defensive though.
You're basically permanently
Is it
wind
though?
run.
Okay, it's value.
You can perma
Look
wind
at
run
this,
and
he's
your
fast.
Invis. So you're basically it's essentially like a Shadow Blade, while also being a defensive item. Like
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like it.
how fast you run? 650, 675. That's really good, in my opinion.
Why are you clarifying with your opinion? We already know it's your opinion. You said it.
I don't know. Habit of speech.
You're a nice guy, Kevin.
No, I'm not. Sometimes, yes, most of the time.
All right, Roshan up. Aegis and Cheese.
You can't fight it either. Your buybacks are on cooldown, so Newbee, you're afraid. They're going to look to smoke for it, but will they make it in time?
Are they going to pop BKBs as this gets low? Are they worried about the song?
You should be, but theirs are going to down fast enough. And they won't make it. And Naga Illusion's
All right.
not scouting out the pit.
All right. PYW pops it.
Did he need a BKB? I guess he was probably worried about song. Is probably why.
Yeah.
Just a safety, just in case like Naga was there. That would be so bad if she just songed
walked
and nobody
in,
could
took-
grab it.
Yeah,
exactly.
took the Aegis.
It's probably worth burning one charge in a high stakes game.
I like that they only pop it on only the hero that's supposed to be picking everything up is
Exactly.
the one that pops it.
Yeah.
They don't waste multiple.
Because then if song comes, it's like, okay, you had Aegis, maybe your BKB's wasted, but now you have Aegis and the fight does start. It's kind of a cool idea.
He's going for a Shiva's. Now, man, he's got so much AoE damage.
Yeah,
And
he's
he
really
can
fun.
even itemize for more, right? You can still go for the Ags if you feel like you need even more against the illusions. So
Have you built it before? Ags Unleash?
I have not, no.
Oh, that's pretty fun. You do a lot more single target damage.
Oh, okay.
Terrible. Isn't that the one that
I don't
makes
think it's
you...
terrible.
It spawns a...
You just cast random
lightning.
yeah,
storm.
but
It's
it
not
only,
random.
It doesn't bounce.
It doesn't bounce correct, but it's every 1.75 seconds, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the range is like huge, and it has no cast animation time. It like instantly hits.
I
So if somebody's like,
guess, but against illusions, it doesn't...
Lightning side gunner.
it's like lightning side gunner. If it's like a single like really tanky unit, it's definitely better because Lesh is very AoE, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to kill like one guy, Ags can be very good. And if you're
But-
against a lot of melee heroes, it's really good.
But I
It's
see what
beating
Cal's saying.
slug.
My point was about clearing more illusions, and it's not necessarily a better item at clearing.
I don't necessarily even agree with that. Like, I mean, yes, like Kaya is really good at increasing his overall damage, but if you're just trying to kill stuff faster, it's not a bad way to increase his DPS, genuinely.
All right. Wraith King's just up on the high ground. He's got that level 20 now, so doesn't have to be so afraid. Got his Mjolnir also picked up. They got tools. Awen wants to come in from the side. What kind of jump can they find? They are going to go in onto the Wraith King first, but they've already lost the lane of Rax. Serenity. They do manage to clean up these Mass Serpent wards, but when does the fight really start for Newbee? What's the BKB duration? Still got 8 seconds on the Wraith King, 9 seconds on the Wind Ranger, and Lesh 8 seconds as well. So still looking pretty healthy on that front, and Newbee just sitting around watching SCCC farm up this Hex.
I think what Serenity did really well was they got lots of good tempo kills, and they took a lot of towers early. And then, I don't know, they've still been farming really quickly. There haven't been like a lot of really big team fights this game, but they've still been able to just slowly get ahead more and more. And it kind of led from like, obviously the mid mistakes were big because they were able to pressure that Rax too, but I don't know, I think the way they played this game is pretty good. Oh, I love warding here. Is this your favorite place to ward too?
This is a sweet spot.
It's up there.
It's so good. It's so hard like
This is a pretty cool
communicating
spot
that,
as
though.
well, but everybody knows about this one now.
I
That
don't know
like
about
sees here and this camp.
I like if you click on the sentry, you see how there's I'm gonna just if you move. I really like this spot, like right here.
Oh wait.
You place here.
Yep, yep.
This like never.
It
gets
hardly.
dewarded.
Yeah, people are like,
Good
oh,
idea.
maybe it's here.
Yeah, that's usually
Yeah.
where I ward
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But that hill one, I almost never have a quelling when I'm playing support, and I'm always like looking around at my cores, and I'm like, God, if only they knew. They walk past this spot all the time. Cut the tree, man, so I can
Yeah.
ward there, you know?
This one.
Also, these wards
this
are
one.
awesome,
This
though.
one's really good too.
These
right,
really
like right
deep
here.
ones.
Which one?
Where are you?
Oh, it's
I'm
like
over here.
in front of...
Over here, because the sentry
Yeah.
in base doesn't get it, and the sentry for this
Ah.
ward that would get placed here doesn't get it
That's
either.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm sad that they
I
got.
love wards.
They got rid of
That's
this
fun.
one right at the back of this camp. That one got closed off by the trees. You used to be able to go back here, and then put a ward up onto the high grounds. That was pretty cool, and not block the camp either. Also, a big fan of the back of this camp.
Yeah, yeah, some of those are really good.
Yeah, it doesn't block the ancients, but you still get some high ground vision up here. Anyway, back to the game.
By the way, they're getting racks.
Yeah, yeah. Tier 3s are falling, but, you know, Newbee, they got to find some kind of a fight. What can they actually do?
Tower's dead
They've
so
still got
fast.
the Aegis for another minute. They're just trying to wait it out. I think SCCC needs to be the one to actually go in and do the damage for his team. Building up a couple of stacks, or trying to on the Wraith King. That's going to be his first life. But he's got the BKB for number 2. Masterboard's still going to work. Gia trying to find his angle. They are going to hex up onto the Wraith King. Can they focus him down? No. He gets the BKB off. The Heavenly Grace is there for him. The Dispel working perfectly.
They're not fighting with the BKBs though. Now they're down.
Yeah.
Newbee's in trouble a bit.
All
Oh,
right.
the song on 4.
All right.
Okay.
Setting up, taking care of the wards. Awen looking for the Blink Stomp. Should be able to find it onto a couple, but the Blink away from the Wraith King. They're only going to get the Omni Knight now. Aventador comes back in.
They're on the OD.
PYW is just in the back lines. He's got his BKB once again. He finds SCCC. That's no buyback. Gia trying to do the damage with the illusions, but the Leshrac, the Mjolnir, the Radiance, everything is clearing them out. He's got a buyback, but what can he actually do? It's looking like Serenity are just going to take this game.
Kyle, how could you possibly predict Newbee to win this game?
I didn't. I said Serenity would win.
You lied to No, you then
Oh,
you
the-
told
the-
us you were debating us, and you had switched to Newbee. Don't you
You
remember that
can't
moment?
switch your prediction. That's the
You
rules.
did.
No, you're not allowed
They
to.
don't show up on the overlay though, so you know it doesn't. Are they really locked in?
Look, guys, we're
Oh.
in space.
All right, they're going for the Lesh. Chain stun, but Heavenly Grace lets him get off the Yules. Grimstroke getting chopped. The Vendor brings him down. Looks towards the next support. He does have his ultimate back up, so he can just keep on fighting. ZYD is just everywhere.
Oh,
Another
that was good.
two-man shackle. Latches onto the Naga Siren. Can they keep this Naga alive? The BKB is saving her, but she's just not doing any damage.
You can see the problem with the lineup for Newbee is that SCCC can't commit. If he tries to get
GG.
some stacks going, and he gets initiated on, he's just dead. He was forced to pop BKB
Yeah.
defensively, but then the moment he enters the fight again, there's a roster with a long-range shackle. Leshrac immediately guns for him because with the Aegis, you don't have to use your BKB. It's a near impossible game for the OD to play, but he does only really have himself to play to an extent because he died twice.
Yeah.
and-
In a couple sloppy ways.
Yeah,
But
the one mid was huge. That was
Yeah.
a
That
game
was an
changer.
easy like press BKB, right?
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
maybe it felt like one of those moments where it was like they didn't really have a kill that was about to be gained. It was kind of like it
He
was
didn't
like
want
it
to
was,
spend the 10 seconds.
yeah, it was like almost
Yeah.
a disengage basically. So maybe he just felt like, maybe it'll be alright.
Wait, hang on.
But they just had so many good chain stunts. Is the scary part. So it was hard for them to fight. Yeah, with that being their only save. And the Earth Spirit just didn't really feel like it did anything to me.
Yeah, I mean, Blade Mail, dude. Have
Well,
you,
I mean, is the item gonna change any?
but
Like,
he,
I
he-
agree it wasn't good, but like,
he ended the game with the lowest net worth. He had 5.5k net worth as a 4-position Earth Spirit.
yeah, that's not great. But maybe it was like it was difficult for them to go get kills or something. Like Earth Spirit, I mean, what does he have? He's a bunch of weak disables right now, essentially, right? He does damage, but he also has weak disables, and he has like pretty good team fights. So against an Omni, if somebody has 50% status resistance, Earth Spirit's already like weak disables are garbage now. So it's like, what does he add to the game? And as soon as he gets stunned, he's also really aggressive. It's like him and Centaur are the only ones that are gonna run in really deep, and everyone else has to like deal with stuff. So
Wait,
I felt felt hard for him.
As we
kinda,
close,
or
I think
something.
we should keep it on the close of Purge. Can we go back to that camera shot? I like that one. Yeah, just keep it here. Can we zoom in? We
That's
can't zoom in. Sorry.
Somebody has to walk up and like press the zoom button.
No, this is fine. This is good. Purge, can you actually just go closer to the camera?
No. What do you want?
He's so comfy, dude.
What do you
Don't
want?
ask him to move.
Yeah, just move up close.
Why?
I don't
So-
know.
By
so
the time I
OD
get there, you're
this
gonna be like,
game,
take off your pants or something weird. I'm not going down this.
the OD this game was supposed to be kind of the answer to the Wraith King. It looked like it in a couple of those
Yeah.
mid-game engagements, but then the Naga got picked and then just got answered by the Lesh.
Well, yeah,
Rack. It
if
was
Lesh
like-
can go this greedy and not get punished like at all, I
Yeah.
didn't expect Serenity to effectively win every fight. They got every Aegis,
Yeah.
and that's what gives the Leshrac this huge edge. Because
Yeah.
Were Newbee telling themselves that Serenity just couldn't pick it? Like, they were probably thinking, okay, it's Omni 3, Wind Ranger 2, like, they've already picked all their cores.
isn't Omni a support now most of the time?
Depends. I think it's been 3 more in the games that I've seen, but...
I feel like the better teams are using it as a support.
Yes.
It's good as a core, but it feels like the hero does the same thing regardless
Pretty
of role.
much.
It's sort of like when Puppy started picking Brewmaster as 5,
Yep.
and it was
Yeah.
like, well, we could use traditionally an offlaner, but I'm picking it for like the team fight, the split, like buying
The
Vlads.
difference is like if it's a 3 and you have a bad lane, then the hero feels awful. But if
Yeah.
it's a support and the lane goes bad, it doesn't really matter that much because you'll eventually get like a Tranquil Boots and Embracer anyways.
Yep, exactly. Do we know what our next match is?
Production can probably put it up. There you go.
All right.
Aster versus Newbee is going to be
Aster-
our next one.
Yep, Aster are actually my favorites to win this.
Okay.
I'm off the Newbie hype train. I am now an Aster
You have
believer.
one bad game and you lose all faith.
That's all
Okay.
it takes.
We'll see what happens in this game. Any
Wait,
other closing thoughts for that game, guys?
I liked what I Kyle said some stuff like the OD let us down.
He
or
said a
whatever,
lot of stuff.
But I think and that the Lesh got to be as greedy as possible. I think what the Lesh doing so well really ensured that Naga was never going to be much of a factor. Like that was one of the least impact Naga games
If
when
they're
she
like
was actually
equal
fighting.
net worth, then what
Yeah,
does
then
the
Lesh,
Naga do?
Lesh basically would go and mess up Naga in fights, and because Naga never got to do much, it was like all on SCC's back, kind of. So
Yep.
it was kind of a story of like Lesh doing so well and getting ahead and being able to be greedy, and then they were able to just abuse their like chain stun advantage, and then BKBs eventually too. So.
All right, oh,
Yeah.
that's it. We're out of time. We're going to have to cut to a break real fast. Also, put your food orders in. That's all.
All right. We'll see you
That's
guys
it.
back
Right,
here soon.
Kevin.
I already did that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right,
What's
guys.
up?
We'll be back soon for the late night broadcast.